Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tyrannical House of Comedy. My name is Tyrant. I remember when I was young and I would take girls on dates to movie theaters and they would get scared, because you go to horror movies. When millennial kids, what we did in middle school and early high school is you bring girls to horror movies like the new House of Wax. And when she gets scared or startled, she squeezes your hand and that way you have permission to reach over, pull her close, and squeeze her tit back to show I'm here for you. I love you. They may not be fully grown yet, but they will be one day. Because you're 14 at the time. And sure, U.S. representatives are getting their tits grabbed today at 40 years old while they're seeing Beetlejuice. But let's be honest here. Let's be honest. A U.S. representative represents the people of that county to the United States. You know, this is what we do in our county. And I feel like she isn't just a Colorado representative. I feel like she is a female underage representative. That's what I feel about her. She's representing those underage girls who don't know what they're doing, so they go for the over the pants hand job where they're just heavily petting the cock against the leg, which doesn't feel too bad, oddly enough. Thank God you have the cotton boxers, the sheath underwear um over your pants, over the blue jeans, otherwise you might get some rat. You don't want to go raw dog because you might get a rash on your dick and she'd be like, is that herpes? It's like, no, you were just pressing down on my dick while you rubbed it. Yeah, I came, but I believe that she's representing all the female children of America who don't have fathers, and I don't think that people should be blaming her or getting angry or saying she needs to resign. And this isn't appropriate for a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. It is. It is. It represents women as a whole. Just a bunch of sad hoes who just really really want to get their tits squeezed while they give an over the pants hand job. And I think this is what we if you find out that your pregnant wife, she's pregnant with a daughter, you're not disappointed. You're hopeful that she gives those over the pants hand jobs in movie theaters while watching Beetlejuice, like Lauren Boebert. She finds her hero and she chases the same thing. She achieves in the same way with big tits, a skinny body with big old honkers that a man can just squeeze with impunity while watching a play on the big stage. I dream for that. I really do. I dream for that for everyone. Because right now, we got some stuff going on. We got this Lauren Boebert. She blamed her vaping. She was vaping also. She was vaping. And that's what you want. That's why she's a good representative. She's vaping and being and groping. She groped a little bit, but he groped for he grabbed her tit. He did a little squeeze. He did a little that's a nice tit and she said, "Well, that's a nice dick." And gave a little cock rub, on the side. Give a little over the pants hand job. OT over the pants. Over the pants. OTPHJ. OTPHJ. A good old OTPHJ. That's what he's doing. Oh, I'm not streaming. Okay, now we are. Firebrand rep Lauren Boebert blamed her frisky vaping behavior at a recent performance of Beetlejuice on her overly animated personality. Basically, what she's saying is, look, I was a man born in a woman's body, and I'm horny, and I want to fuck right now. And unfortunately, we're watching Beetlejuice, whatever that is. I don't know if this Beetlejuice they were watching was like the actual Beetlejuice, where she's in a graveyard or living in a toy house or whatever that movie was actually about. I didn't watch it. Everyone thinks it's so fucking great. Then I know there was also a fucking Beetlejuice that was like Howard Stern's assistant back when he was fun and funny and was like, "Why don't you take your top off?" But now he's like, "Can you take your top off but leave the mask on?" I don't want to get COVID. My wife is afraid that I'll bring home COVID. She's not. Um I was a little too eccentric. I'm very known for having an animated personality. Maybe overly animated personality. The 36-year-old Colorado rabble rouser recounted on One America News Network. That's OAN. OAN. I think they got booted off of cable TV. I think cable TV was like, dude, you guys got to calm the fuck down with all this. You said faggot 7 times last night. We're not a fan of that. Please, please stop it. Don't do that. I mean, I understand you're a Republican, but you know, don't say that way, you rabble rouser. What is that? A rabble rouser? That's what like the British called fucking American people who were just trying to get freedom. They were like, you're charging too much for tea, and that's slavery. And we're not good with slavery. Besides the slaves we actually have are that are serving us the tea, but we're gonna switch to coffee, and so we win. Boebert and her date were booted from the Denver show last Sunday after blowing a plume of vape smoke into the air. But the footage also showed the mom of four groping her male companion's crotch mid-show. Well, there was also the tits. There was the tits as well. He started grabbing her tits. She gave a giggle and gave the cock a little grab, like probably what happened, because I've done this before, is, God damn it, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you after this show. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. And she was like, oh my god, I can't wait to have that giant cock inside me. And then she gave the side of his leg a little rub on the side that the cock was rolling over to, because you hang left or right. It's not a daily thing. It's just like, where are your balls that day after the shower? um Boebert, who is going through a divorce, was with her beau, Quinn Gallagher. Her beau? What, her, I don't, what is that? Her new beau? Is that supposed to be boo? Boebert, who is going through a divorce, was with her new boo, which is spelled Beau. Quinn Gallagher, a Democratic Aspen bar owner who was also caught fondling her breasts during the show. News of her wild weekend exploit quickly went viral. Boebert blamed the media for over amplifying the affair. Well, she's going through a divorce. Let her fucking go through her goddamn rebound period. Every woman goes through a rebound, you know? I mean, for men, that's a wonderful thing. You get to just grab their tit in the middle of a Beetlejuice concert. Whatever, I don't know if that's a band, if it's the showing, it's a live action of Beetlejuice that was made in the 90s. I don't know what it actually is, but sometimes a woman's just like, take me to Beetlejuice. And you're like, oh, she's recently divorced or broken up with. So you'll be able to grab her tit. She'll grab your dick. Over the pants hand job, OTPHJ. And you'll be able to, HJ, not BJ. Over the pants blowjob would be impressive. She's just like sucking on the head of your cock, like right through. The zipper is burning against it, but you're still about to come, you know? Like, it's just like, ah, damn it. I got fucking burns on my. Right now, the skin of my dick is stuck in between the notches of the zipper, but it wasn't before. She just sucked the skin and the pew. Ah, right. I shouldn't be live streaming anything. Thank God it's on Kick where no one's watching. I wouldn't know because I'm not monitoring any of that, but for all I know, there could be a group chat of all my friends calling me a faggot right now. We just had Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, announce the impeachment inquiry. She said, we're facing a government shutdown and trying to fund the federal government. We have a wide open southern border. Well, after that, most people think you also have a wide open southern border. You know what I mean? They think your pussy's wide open for dudes. I mean, he looked like a strong, strapping male. We can go to the video. I'm sure the video's around here somewhere. Here it is. What's going on here? Play it. It's loading. But like, it really does seem like this is a strong male. Yeah, that's a strong grip. She's probably got fake tits because he's squeezing very hard, very hard. But oh, she finally felt it. That's why she went hand over the cock right there. It's beautiful. Look, she's a beautiful lady, and he's a beautiful man, and they're just trying to have sex. They're just enjoying themselves, and I don't understand why we're upset about this. Just a quick over the pants. Oh, two hands. Two-handed over the pants hand job. Ladies and gentlemen, she fucking was rubbing one on the cock while one grabbed the balls. Holy shit. How the fuck did she only win by like 800 votes? She should have won by a landslide, because this is a landslide right here. She's a landslide lady. I want to slide inside of her and make that my land. If you know. Anyway. But people are actually really upset about this. Because she was vaping inside, and then she's like, "No, I wasn't vaping. It totally wasn't vaping. It was the fog machines." And then we got video of her vaping. Um, uh, and but there's people telling this bitch to resign, and then you have this Democrat who's running for Virginia House. She performs sex acts with her husband on webcam for tips. She was on Chatterbait. This bitch was on Chatterbait. So she basically, like, those ads when you're looking at free porn, and it's like, hey, if you want, you can pay $15 to watch this bitch fuck her husband live, and you can tell her what to do, and you're like, no, I'm good. I'll just continue to jerk off to this free porn. Um, uh, she's one of the bitches from the commercial. I don't know if she was in the commercial, but she was a bitch that should have been in the commercial, because a Democratic candidate for the Virginia House of Delegates performed sex acts on her husband online, asked her virtual audience to pitch in with tips. The New York Post has learned Susanna Gibson, a mother of two children who is running a competitive race to represent District 57 in Richmond. Richmond, north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Showed quite a bit more than skin on the adult streaming website Chatterbait, according to screenshots archived material reviewed by the Post. The 40-year-old nurse practitioner hosted more than a dozen of the live romps with her husband on the platform, which was then posted to a public assessment. I'm sorry, I am fucking drunk right now, dude. I've been drinking since like 10 a.m. Don't tell my mom. She's 5 hours, so it's fine. It's fine. But I've been drinking for 5 hours, so I apologize for that. But anyway, she basically was fucking her husband. Like, she's like, "Oh God, are you vaccinated?" And he's like, "No, and I'm gonna give you this unvaccinated cum." And she's like, "No, please, don't. Come in me, come in. Oh no, now I am pregnant with an unvaccinated child." And she loves it. Gibson also apparently maintained her Chatterbait profile after having announced, and so this article basically doubled the fucking views that she got on her Chatterbait profile. This bitch is making money. The unconventional candidate had more than 5,770 Chatterbait followers, and now she has over 10,000, whom she repeatedly pressed for more tokens in exchange for certain acts and private showings, adding that she was raising money for a good cause. So this bitch was trying to oh, hang on really quick. I just want to say I've been using this Jocko Milk protein. It's the best protein I've ever had. This is not an official sponsor, but I officially endorse them regardless. They're not going to pay me, but I hope they do eventually. It's the best protein I've ever had. They don't use sugar. They use what do you? Oh shit! I just spilled some. They don't use it. They don't use sugar. They use monk fruit sweetener, which doesn't have any impact on your glycemic index. And right here, I have a little bit of Jocko milk protein. This is the chocolate version, and we're gonna do a live sampling. So, mm, holy shit, that is like the best thing I've ever tasted. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This tastes like if God was black, and she's not, she's not. If she is definitely not black, but if she was black, this is what her pussy would taste like. And I'm not saying that because this liquid is brown, and I assume that black women squirt brown fluid out. I'm not saying that. I have eaten out black women, Kenyan women. That's closer to uh, Israel than you've ever been. And their pussy juice wasn't black, but this tastes like what God's pussy would taste like if she was a black woman. It would be chocolatey. Even if it was colored like this, you'd still drink it. It really tastes that good. That even if a fat black homeless woman squirted this in your face and a little bit it got in your mouth and you tasted it, it hit your taste buds on your tongue, you would be like, God damn, dude. I may have AIDS right now, but fuck, this tastes good. Jocko Wilnick really made the best protein he could, and he should continue on with making this. I did the strawberry. We don't have any strawberry lined up. It tastes great. It tastes like Robitussin. Um, it tastes like if you had a milkshake, a strawberry milkshake that melted. Well, it wasn't melted yet, but you couldn't finish it, so you put it in the fridge, and then you went to sleep. And then you woke up 14 hours later after the mushrooms and cocaine wore off. And you grabbed the strawberry Slayer protein, which is which is this one. You get the strawberry Slayer going. You know what I mean? You get the strawberry Slayer, and um, you do that, and then whatever else is going on. So yeah, this is brought to you by Jocko Mulk. Jocko Wilnick will sponsor this podcast eventually. After he sees this segment, we're gonna clip it. We're gonna send it to him. Please, fans, go ahead, clip it, send it, tag him, get him to watch this. Jocko Mulk protein. It's the best thing ever. It's basically God's cum with some strawberries. Like, it's like if you mix these two, it would be like a black female god who came strawberry milkshakes. You know, it'd be great. Anyway, in other videos, she suggested that she and her husband have tried swapping with different partners as she is ethically non-monogamous, but that he doesn't like sharing. Well, he would be with a good man if, or he would be a good man if you weren't a dumb whore. Care for a VA candidate. This is her. If you want to follow her, Chatterbait, go to Chatterbait, type in Susanna Gibson. It's Susanna Anna with two N's, so it's Susanna Gibson of Virginia. And if you subscribe to her Chatterbait, you will be supporting her candidacy. I mean, she's got a big mouth. She could probably fit like 3 giant black cocks in there simultaneously. Oh, look, here's her, like, hey, hot wife experience. Giving the hot wife experience. Um, Her and her husband. She's, I mean, I guess she's kind of like she's a midwife for her 40s, which is good, you know. We need mid representation of women in their 40s because, like, you don't find a woman who's more than mid in her 40s. Like, they're all just like ugly hoes who are just like burnt out. And she looks like she's had one too many cocks in her day, you know. Nose is a little too big, a little too aristocratic, as they would say. And I just, for his sake, I hope no black dudes have been inside that. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is I hope no black dudes have been inside that. Anyway, it won't intimidate me, and it won't silence me, Gibson said. My political opponents and their Republican allies have proven they're willing to commit a sex crime. It's so funny that I'm so drunk right now because normally I would have actually people with me if I'm this drunk, but I'm just like, yeah, no. I'll be like fucking a dumb, unfunny Shane Gillis by myself. Let me do that. Seems like a fucking good idea. And I'll talk about this fucking whore trying to get elected fucking president to make Lauren Boebert look better. Our U.S. representatives should be giving their fucking constituents over the pants handjobs at Beetlejuice concerts. What the fuck do we elect them for? What do we elect them for if they're not doing that? This bitch should run for fucking Congress and be fucking blowing all the dudes, giving them over the pants handjobs. While she's doing it, go to Beetlejuice, see it. Go see the fucking Expendables 4 that's coming out and no one's gonna go watch. But you should go watch it. And all the dudes that are dumb enough to go to it, you should be giving them like dual over the pants handjobs. Do it. I don't know what I'm doing. The candidate's attorney, Daniel P. Watkins, told the outlet that the archived videos violated Virginia's revenge porn law, which makes it a Class 1 misdemeanor to quote unquote maliciously circulate sexual images of another person's nudity with intent to coerce, harass, or intimidate. That's rough. That's rough. Share this with your friends, your family, everyone else, your grandparents. Put it on in the nursing home before you leave. You know, your grandma's in the nursing home. You're somehow able to get a fire stick plugged in to the fucking communal TV in the group room. And you turn it on to youtube.com. And you go /Tyrant House Co. Go to Tyrant House Co. Tyrannical House Comedy. You put this on. You put this on in the mentalist institution and make all the psychos watch this. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, bunch of other places. Buy Mulk. Go ahead and send messages to Jocko on whatchamacallit, Twitter and Instagram and say, hey, you should sponsor Tyrannical House Comedy and go ahead and get this Mulk protein. They love it. They did a commercial and it was great. It tastes like Black Gods Come. Female Black Gods Come who doesn't exist. You're not going to find a female god. You're not going to find a black one. That's for sure. Welcome to Tyrannical House Comedy. Thanks for watching. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tyrannical House of Comedy. We're live streaming on Kick right now, boys. Who hasn't been to? I remember when I was a kid. I remember when I was a young kid, and you would go to the movie theater with your girlfriend, and in the middle of the movie, you'd give her a little tit grab. Maybe she gave you an over the pants handy. You know, she gave you a little rub at least. At least. You know, this was a thing. It was a common thing for millennials. This is what we did back in the day. We would meet a girl at high school or middle school or wherever we were at the time, and we would say, hey, you want to go and see the new Ring movie, and then you'd go and you'd see Ring, not like a Ring doorbell, you know, those things that people put outside so they can watch people steal their Amazon packages, but the movie, The Ring. And then she gets scared, so she's squeezing your hand, so you reach over and squeeze her tit. And we've all done that. And I think that is why our representatives they absolutely should be getting their tits, if they're a female, they should be getting their tits grabbed in movie theaters or whatever you want to call it. Show centers, wherever what do they have in Colorado where they're uh, what is that called? Like a I'm bombing. All right, well.